Hello, this is Bill Clodsey. Welcome to a Throne of Eldraine draft. Towards the end of the season here, we've got an interesting one, Outlaws Merriment. Fun to build around. It's colors I don't always try to get into. I'm a fan of the Sultai colors in this format, but the opposite of that, Outlaws Merriment. Get this into play. It's going to win on its own, given enough time, and usually you're pressuring with your early plays anyway, Youthful Knights and whatnot. Yeah, a heavier white card for whatever reason, but pretty easy pick here, and could be a fun one. 7 Dwarves, that would be an early pick. Certainly, if we didn't have such a strong pull into red-white, we could take Bacon to Pie. It might even be correct to just take Bacon to Pie, despite having this powerful of a start, because we're getting past a Bacon to Pie, but it's also pretty good to get a million 7 Dwarves, so if we start this early, that might really reap some benefits here. I've seen 7 Dwarves come super late, but if we were to get past a second or fourth pick, 7 Dwarves, and this one didn't wheel, that would feel pretty awful. Righteousness, not great. Broom, I guess that's something. And Redcap Raiders. No great white card in this pack, but only a couple cards are missing. Common and rare. It could be a common white removal spell. Let's kind of force this Merriment. I mean, it is good enough. And between red and white, we should be able to find a playable set of cards here. There's a lot of replaceable red and white 1 and 2 drop, or 2 and 3 drops. Archon of Absolution, not replaceable. This card is amazing. Let's grab it. It even pumps our Redcap Raiders. But yeah, there's a lot of 3 drops in red that pretty much do the same thing. Slightly different, but yeah, Archon here. Searing Barrage, another good one. Scalding Cauldron, probably worse than that. And Servant is a good early pick in a draft, but I think now that we're committed, we can grab the Archon. Merchant, Knight of the Keep, Hengewalker. In this deck, Knight of the Keep is probably a bit better. Merchant's fine to have one of in your deck. And Dance of the Manse. Dance of the Manse, get back Outlaws Merriment. There's a play. Which one of these do we really need? We don't really need any of this, but I think we'll grab Merchant, because that effect's a little harder to replace. I want to take some white cards here, given that Outlaws Merriment is heavier white, and getting it on turn 4 is pretty good. Now we have some choices. Ogre Errant, 4 drops are not going to be hard for us to get, and our 4 drops are just the best. Wintermoor Commander is interesting, but we're a little heavier red at this point. True Love's Kiss is fine, and then Outflank is fine. Not a strong pack overall. It's a little sad to see all this white-black coming late. Swordmaster probably more important than the Commander, but I'll grab Outflank here. Going into red and giving up on Merriment seems really bad. Burning Yard Trainer. See, we don't have any knights, and while these are humans, none of the tokens Outlaws Merriment makes are knights, so that maybe not as good. Paladin is fine. I'll go for the Burning Yard Trainer, though. I'm sure we'll get some knights. And it could replace 7 Dwarves if we don't get a bunch of those. It being the knights that we get instead. Next up, well, we have some knights. We've got Jousting Dummy, Silver Flame Ritual, Weaselback Redcap. The Redcap's good. The Jousting Dummy is fine. And the Ritual is something we can take advantage of if we're heavy enough white. I'm going to take the Jousting Dummy. The Weaselback Redcap is good, but I'm really not trying to give up on white here. And they're similar. if we do end up heavier white, Jousting Dummy will be much easier to cast. Bargain looks solid in this deck. Wolverine is not what I'm going for, but a couple combat tricks will help us out here. Ogre Errant, there's a knight. I don't love Shining Armor, probably just wouldn't play it, but Ogre Errant is fine. Another target attacking knight gains menace. Some of the red synergy is with the beasts, the non-humans, and some is with knights. Now we are out, but we can take a black card, and I guess that's going to be Memory Theft here. Slightly more annoying to play against than a 5-mana removal spell in a deck like this. We wheel Embereth Paladin. That might be an upgrade to Ogre Errant. In fact, I think it definitely is. Knight of the Keep comes back. That's great news. Even Shining Armor. So the people close to us don't seem to be trying to cut red and white, which makes sense. You wouldn't expect most people to be interested in these colors, but that's why you might be able to get a strong deck with Merriment. Mono red is a powerful combination. Usually you want to pair red with black, though, if you're going the night direction. We just have kind of a unique position here. White seems to be more cut than anything. We're not getting any of the good white 2-drops and 3-drops. So it was kind of funny to see Archon that early. Or that late, I should say. Feasting Troll King. This is why you don't want to be in red-white, because this card is unbeatable. Could we switch into green somehow? Mono green? Maybe we should not do that. This pack is awful. Besides that, is there anything I would even consider playing? I mean, the Paladin, I guess, is fine. The Unicorn is fine. I really don't care for either of those. The power difference is so vast here that I'm going to take Feasting Troll King. And sorry, green player. But I mean, this on its own is better than like half our white cards. I'm not going into green here necessarily, but even the slight chance there was of me playing this was better than taking those other cards. I probably would have taken something like Youthful Knight over it, because that is good enough in a deck like this. Yeah, let's go Youthful Knight here over Wandermare, which could link us into playing a green deck, but you'd have to be really heavy green to play the Troll King, so I think that's just not the direction we should plan on going here. Youthful Knight, I mean, it's fine. Early creatures just might not be able to block it, then it works well with tricks and trainers and whatever. Ferocity, yeah, our 7 Dwarves pick didn't really pan out for us yet, but you never know. Ferocity, another Youthful Knight. Ferocity only pumps the non-human creatures. We have enough humans that that's not exciting. Youthful Knight versus Dragonfire. Pretty easy Dragonfire here. I do want more white cards, but get that removal in there. All right, we've got Sir Kyra the Bold. Human Knight, 3/3. Gives you some endgame reach to do some damage to your opponent or their creatures or whatever, and draw some extra cards. That's probably worth an easy pick here. Flutterfox is nice. Castle Embereth is really nice too in a deck like this, but I'm going to grab Sir Kyra here. Not one I get to play with a ton, and it is good. Got Outlaw's Merriment. I guess we're all outlaws now. Rimrock Knight. Really like this one. It's hard to, go wrong with a 3/1 on turn 2, even if it can't block, but then the extra combat trick works so well with so many cards. Youthful Knight, any kind of creature with trample or going wide, just a really solid one. Like any army of 1/1s attacking in, they block one with a 3/3, and you trade with Rimrock Knight's Adventure, then you get a 3/1. Just really nice. Not to mention we have to focus on these 2-drops. Hushbringer would shut down Burning Yard Trainer. It doesn't shut down adamant advantages. Well, most of them anyway. But I think we go Youthful Knight here anyway. Hushbringer. Hushbringer's not bad, but I'm going to grab Youthful Knight here. Just more power and more pressure. In a race, Hushbringer's good. If you have a way to pump it up, it's good. But let's get these knights out here. All right, Fireborn Knight. I really don't think these hybrid knights are very good. I am kind of interested in Silverflame Ritual. We don't have this yet, and it might be kind of hard for us to cast, but even if it's not giving Vigilance, it still does what it's meant to do. I like that better than Idyllic Grange, since red is... we're pretty heavy red now. And this is a nice top-end card to keep things going. What I'm really trying to get are the 3-drop creatures. Can we get any of those? Happily Ever After. Another Youthful Knight is good enough. That's what's going to make these Silverflame Rituals better. So keep grabbing these. Yeah, I mean, we have plenty of 4-drops, even if they're not the best ones. You don't want to pick up, slight improvements to your 4-drops when what you really need are the 2-drops. Paladin here. Unicorn, I guess that makes a 2/2 Knight for 3 mana, and that could be good. I really do like the Paladin. I just don't think the Adamant's going to be easy. And a 3/7, we should have 3 power creatures on turn 3. I'll grab the Unicorn. Just go wide. Wandermare comes back. Destroy any walls. It's possible our opponent has a bunch of walls. But it's not possible we go into Wandermare, I don't think. Youthful Knight, all right. These armies of Youthful Knights. Now I feel a lot better about this Silverflame Ritual. That's going to do wonders with all these knights. I mean, just because you have 4 in your deck doesn't mean you have 4 in play every game, but still. Get some out early. All right, what better to equip your knight with than a Crystal Slipper? They're not going to wear it, of course. That'd be impractical, but they could throw it at someone. Get some glass in their eye. Very nice. Beloved Princess. Yeah. Actually, not an awful aggressive card. But, well, maybe it is awful. But it's not completely unplayable. You do need some ways to pump it to make it worth it. Or you could bring it in a... ooh, Slaying Fire. You could bring it in a aggressive race matchup kind of thing. Good pack. We haven't seen cards like this flying around. First of all, Feasting Troll King. Vantress Gargoyle is on that same level, but fortunately we have some options for our deck, including Slaying Fire, which is the perfect finisher in a deck like this. Either you're going to let all your creatures attack if you're not that close to winning, or you just kill them for the last 4 damage. Really nice. I doubt we'll wheel anything good, but Fling, Pathlighter, and Tactician are all options. Midnight Clock, too. Yeah, I guess you should really just be in blue-red or blue-green every game, and you'll get past this good stuff. We can take Searing Barrage. We're getting enough playables here, but wow. What do you take here? Torbrin. If we were mono red, that's going to be hard for us to cast. I think we have to take Slaying Fire. Torbrin could be so good here with Sir Kyra. To an opponent, 1 damage to each opponent. Dang, it's so good with everything we have. We don't have enough 2-drops to really make Torbrin work. I'm going to take Slaying Fire. Ah, that makes me sad. Look at this pack. It has nothing. I mean, you're not sad to get Slaying Fire, but Torbrin, I mean, really just wrecks people. And I mean, like with Kyra, it becomes insane. It makes every single ping into a lightning bolt. But if we're going to be playing this much white, and it looks like we have to with our 4 Youthful Knights, then sorry. I would have taken it there if it wasn't such a good option with Slaying Fire. That's our second ritual. I don't want most of this stuff. Golden Egg, this is not really a Golden Egg deck. It's not awful, but take a third ritual or the first Golden Egg. I'll take the Golden Egg. Everyone wants these. We might have to cut it. But yeah, this... I don't know what's going on with this deck anymore. Some good removal. Probably don't want Outflank. It's not the most aggressive card. Barge In is still fine, but maybe we'd play a creature over it. Raging Redcap, yeah, that's the kind of 3-drop you want in a deck like this. A couple ways of pumping it. I might not want 3 rituals. I mean, they're certainly fine in this deck, but 3 is a lot. Squire's good. Squire's probably better than Jousting Dummy, Shield Breaker, and the second 7 Dwarves. I think we're not going deep on the 7 Dwarves, but Shield Breaker is insane. What next? Puppet and Fling? Problem with a deck like this is we don't have many big creatures to fling. The biggest things are going to be Embereth Paladins, which are good. Still might take it. Sideboarding it against some removal might be good. And it definitely gives you reach. I mean, even if it's just 3 damage to your opponent at the end of the game, that can be enough. Yeah, do we want both Granges? Maybe not both in an even deck, but certainly one could be good. And is this pretty even down the middle? A little more red. A little more red. So I wouldn't mind trading out something. Dwarven Mine, Tournament Grounds. I don't think we want Tournament Grounds for this deck. It just doesn't help add mana for enough of our spells, including the Adamant Rituals, but Dwarven Mine's fine. One of each in a 50-50 deck. They're both good. You just don't want to sacrifice too much of your stuff there. Thrill of Possibility, I like that. I like, ooh, these are, I don't know which one we should take of these, but True Love's Kiss gives us access to an effect we don't have access to yet. Red Cap would be fine. I mean, these are all late. I guess we sent the right signals around. But this deck is already perfectly playable, I would say. Lonesome Unicorn. What are the worst creatures we have? Maybe Knight of the Keep, Lonesome Unicorn. Merchant's probably fine. Raging Redcap and Redcap Raiders. I like both of these. I think Redcap Raiders is a bit better, but it just depends on how many ways you have of pumping this Redcap. And it's a knight for whatever that's worth. Curious Pair. That's kind of annoying for us to go against with our Youthful Knights. Cut one of those. And another Merchant. We might be able to get away with 16 lands here. Then I won't have to make a cut. Yeah, I might go for that. Try to go pretty even here between red and white. Looks weird, but a lot of our early stuff is white. And we can certainly do Barge In and things like that later. Slaying Fire. These are heavy red, but they are later. These are heavy white and heavy red. Yeah, let's go for it. So put in one of each of these. Should we put in Ogre Errant? I don't want to, if we're going to add any card, I want to add a white card. We don't have many good white cards left. Might just be jousting dummy or something. So let's go ahead and add 7 of each. That's even what it suggests. Cool. It's worth taking some time to think about the last few slots in the deck. Sometimes you can delay that to sideboarding. And it is a league. I rarely ever change my deck between rounds, even if I intend to. I just forget. But you are allowed to do that in these leagues. So, right. I mean, looks solid. Get these Youthful Knights out there. Use our Slaying Fires early to get them through. This deck probably doesn't have as many 1-drops as I'd like. And it doesn't have enough evasion or trebuchets. But besides that, I think it's all right. Let's try it out. Round 1, no red source, but we can keep this. We've got a couple Youthful Knights to help get us there, and we can just play Idyllic Grange. Coming into play tapped is a serious drawback, but the option to just do it when you don't need the white comes up frequently enough, so it shouldn't be a problem. You don't want to load up on 3 of these or something and draw them all in a row. Unless you are mono white, in which case it's really no trouble at all. Then these lands become ridiculous. Dwarven Mine. I guess we have to start deploying Youthful Knight. Next turn we can just do both. Or maybe draw a mountain if we're super lucky. What, the mirror match? I don't think this player was in our draft pod. I mean, I wouldn't be too surprised if they were, but... Uh-oh. It's always funny to see people move to their second main phase this early in the game when there's no like bluffing or anything. Sometimes that's a misclick and the second main phase saves you. Okay, nothing. Well, they're going to flash in something. They could have their own 3 damage spell. No, just take some damage. You can see the Dwarven Mine slowing us down a bit. I mean, of course you don't want to draw these lands first, but it's better to have the option to play them. Dragonfire. Now we can probably deal with anything they bring out this turn. Of course, they have an Archon out already. Of course. Bargain doesn't do much. I mean, if we have to kill that thing, I'd like to exile it for good. This is why you don't play mono white. You will always play against that thing. I kind of want to save Rimrock Knight. I also kind of want to play it. Yeah, I think we should just play it here. We've got Barge in. They have no creatures in play. Get in 4 this turn, 7 next turn. Pretty easily. Kind of depends what they have, but Trebuchet shouldn't be too big of a deal. They block Youthful Knight or something. Yeah, this is fine. So let's get in there. Unfortunately, Barge in isn't really going to save us. Well, it won't get the 1 more damage in that we'd love, but we'll still try it here. And if things go really backwards, we have Slaying Fire to kill the Trebuchet. If they have their own pump spell. They might have a kill spell for Youthful Knight. I feel like they would have done that already. Red Cap melee. And it's not a red creature, so they'll have to sacrifice a land. Yeah, let this happen. They take 5, and we play Merchant. First strike kind of messes up the timing of this a little bit. I don't actually look at the phase. I just kind of feel it out half the time. And I just don't want to pass through my turn. One extra click. I hope they didn't need that land, huh? All right, let's play the land first. We could haggle it away, but... Huh. I should have thought a little more carefully about this. Let's just kill that Trebuchet. Get a couple more damage in. I should have done this first main, because if they save it... Youthful Knight doesn't do as much. 7, that gets them down to 2 within Slaying Fire range, if they don't have anything. Also, if they had Outflank, this would have been the worst way of doing it. They didn't have any of that, but it's worth knowing that your play was wrong, even if it turned out right. Great. Unfortunate for them. If they didn't have land, it kind of raises the question of what they did have, but yeah, I could bring in True Love's Kiss to get rid of some of that. This card is just great. And we can take out Lonesome Unicorn. As much as I love a Lonesome Unicorn, I think Lonesome Unicorn's better than Knight of the Keep. Although, maybe not. Those are walls, right? I still like True Love's Kiss better. They have white, and drawing the card is pretty good too. Outflank would be good against them. But we don't know how aggressive they are, really. I assume they're somewhat aggressive, but, well, we'll see. Is this hand that good? No, but it does have some charm. It has mana we'll need, and Kyra, which is one of our big late-game bombs. Probably just a weak draw from them. Maybe their deck just isn't that aggressive. They have their own Merriment or something, and they're trying to fall back on Merriment every game. Could have played Mountain there. There's no reason not to, really, but... Trebuchet. Yeah, this is why I wanted Knight. It matches up better against Trebuchet, basically. There we go. And if they don't have enchantment removal, and there's no reason they should, we are going to get rewarded here. So Knight will get in one attack. Then we go Merriment into Kyra, and that's our late game in a nutshell. I half expect them to do nothing this turn, because it kind of reminds me of last game. Ping, play a Knight, untap. Just a Jousting Dummy. That's a good blocker for Knight. I'm going to play Merriment and not attack, because one of the Merriment's modes kills the Jousting Dummy for free. I'm happy enough if they attack with it. Not to mention Kyra. Oh, if only Kyra had haste. Kyra can just kill it too, so no use sacrificing the Knight here, even if we do take some more damage because of it. Getting this Merriment out. Oh, this feels good. It's also really good in the mirror. Yeah, they know they have to attack here. I'll keep my Knight for a turn. I can't imagine them pumping it. Turn 5, though, they're missing land drops. And they didn't pump it. True Love's Kiss. This is going really well. They didn't pump it, so they might have some more interaction. Probably that red cap melee thing, in which case I don't want to pump the Cleric. So what I can do is attack with Knight of the Keep, and well, yeah, they probably have that red cap thing, so I don't want to play out Kyra either. I don't really want to do anything. awkward. Tell you what, let's play Youthful Knight. Save Kyra for when they redcap melee something. And now we have Slang Fire up if we really need it. True Love's Kiss can kill either of their things. This is an artifact creature and a wall. But it's not bothering me too much yet. And we hit our land drop there, which is another reason sort of not to play it. Oh no, Dwarven Mine coming in tapped. Doing nothing once again. Well, we shouldn't do anything here. Come on. Yes, thing that does 1 damage. So that kills Jousting Dummy for free. And gives us a nice attack. So Outlaw's Merriment's already a 3 for 1. And I could put the counter on the Cleric, but because of redcap melee, I'm going to put it on Youthful Knight instead. So they don't get a free small effect here, but I think that's worth it. Honestly, we should just True Love's Kiss that Trebuchet right now. This game is so over. They have plenty of cards, but they didn't quite have as much mana as they needed. Scorching Dragonfire there. Oh dear. Oh, it's not attacking! Oh, we should have attacked with it first. Then we could pump it with Barge in. This is still, I mean, it's still going well here. I wasn't playing around this one. Raiders, yeah. And that does 4 damage, so we couldn't save any of our creatures against it anyway. But the lifelink is good here. Somehow they got us down to 14. I forget how exactly. I guess attacking us and pinging us. Maybe they don't have the redcap melee because you'd probably want to crop the board down. Feels bad to use it on a token from your opponent's, you know, endless supply of tokens. But yeah, that'll be match 1. We won the mirror match. Let's see who else we can beat. Round 2. Let's keep this hand. Once again, we have our favorite 2 starting lands, Dwarven Mine and Plains here. I guess we will lead things off with, ooh, yeah, Dwarven Mine. And we're closer to getting our 3rd Plains for the Grange anyway, so that works out nicely. Play Youthful Knight, turn 2. Oh no. Did we have the foil one in our draft? I don't know, but let's grab Youthful Knight here, and with any luck, we can Rimrock Knight to kill the Gargoyle. This deck does play better than most against Mill because we can just kill their stuff, but yeah, I'm not not super confident in this. Yeah, let's keep going with white sources. Bluff attack here. Sometimes the time you take pausing can change how your opponent reacts. So that's all fine. Then we can cast this guy. Redcap Raiders would be nice on this field. There's so many commons that punish that block, so it makes sense that they did it. They're losing Drown in the lock. That's really nice for me. That's a super efficient answer to basically everything. God, this card is good. If black... No! If black-blue wasn't already good enough. It has some of the best mythics and everything. Each player sacrifices a creature. Yeah. Are they doing all of them? Are they just doing all of them? I mean, each player loses a life and draws a card. That helps mill your opponent. Discards a card, sacrifices a creature. Well, I don't mind discarding a card. Yes, I do. And I don't... Ugh. Ugh. Alright, let's do this one. In case we draw a plane. Sack a creature. Merchant. Why Merchant? It's the expensive one. Oh, that's so good. Because why not? Battle Display. Get out of my way. Mill 1. Ayara. Crazy deck over there. I think we just play Grange. Having the planes wouldn't have been better, but it feels a little awkward. Rankle's gonna... If they can just play any tiny creature, yeah, like Signpost Scarecrow. I don't even know if they want to sacrifice it, but if they do, we're in even worse shape. Let's discard Silver Flame Ritual. We discard first, right, if they want to have us draw a card. And then we can use Slang Fire to kill Rankle. Maybe I should have thought of doing that last turn. But I wanted my damage in. Each player sacks a creature, no kidding. Discard a card. We're not going to have any creatures to pump with it, I'm afraid. Draw a card, Youthful Knight, and sack a creature. Getting rid of Scarecrow, that's a good trade for me. I mean, it's cute to use Rankle every turn, but it's not necessarily the best. Goodbye. Rankle, do this now before they can save it. And then play Youthful Knight. They probably have 16 ways of getting all of these creatures back. Rankle, Gargoyle, and Ayara all in their graveyard. They're going to use the Cauldron, Call of the Cauldron, or whatever it is. Not yet. Kyra's a nice one, but let's start with Youthful Knight attacking. They already knew we had something like this. And Kyra might be able to win this. Like, they discarded a lot of their own stuff and sacrificed arguably much better creatures. Vigilance 2/4 on this field. Don't. Charmed Sleep. Well, that's a good draw from them. And they could potentially race us here. I doubt it's going to work out that way, but... Oh, that's good. Please don't bounce Youthful Knight. Oh, please don't bounce Youthful Knight. We want to use this now because we can just play all of our creatures. So they take 4. We put 1,000,000 creatures into play. And hopefully that can race them. It might convince them to leave back the Paladin. They've got 2 cards, 1 card with plenty of lands. And they're going to leave it all back. So we get 5 in this turn. And then 5 in next turn. So I think we just attack with everything here. And try to go wide again. Not killing the first strike one. If we had a +2/+2 pump, I mean, it's kind of too late to play around that kind of stuff, but it makes sense why they're doing it. Rider in Need. It might even, well, no. It's probably not better to play the 3/3 here because any 2 creatures kills them. Charmed Sleep on Rimrock Knight. Okay, so we could get them down to 2 or just not attack. Or just attack. Yeah, their last card is a land, I'm pretty sure. How did we win this game? We won because I think they misplayed their Rankle. But other than that, yeah, that's a tough one. Okay, how do we... Fling is actually good in this matchup because they're going to tap down our best stuff and we can just fling it at them. True Love's Kiss is good too. A lot of this stuff is good. I think the rituals are on the worse end. Outflank is not amazing. I do love a True Love's Kiss. Bargain's fine. Why don't we just make that change? True Love's Kiss can be really solid against them, especially if they have Revenge of Ravens or something, which I'm sure they do. Yeah, let's go for that, but we need one more cut. Squire's good. We have Shield Breaker too, which gets the job done. Why don't we cut another Silver Flame Ritual? Is that crazy? I think it's fine. The size of our creatures isn't what's gonna get us through. It's the number of them. Nice starting hand. We've got both our colors, and they're not the lands that come into play tapped, so that's nice to see. Just no early Rankle, please. Here it is, mill 2. We don't need those. Eventually we will need some lands, but we didn't need those. I'm gonna play the plains first. That indicates that we don't have anything to do for red. Little do they know, we've got 2 red spells. Fabled Passage too? Sometimes you just get paid off with these drafts. Alright, Youthful Knight's a good match for the Apprentice. And anything they might have here. I could see how they scryed, but I guess I don't care that much. They scryed somewhere, and eventually we might care. I'm taking a little more time here. Certainly we have a good attack, so I'll just make it. They could attack with both. Now we could play Rimrock Knight. I think that's fine. Awkward. All right. Play Rimrock Knight. They have a good blocker for it, but we do have Barge in and Fling. And they're just gonna race us. Oh no. Well, that makes sense. And they're not risking the Tempting Witch here. It all makes sense, I guess. True Love's Kiss, yeah, I'm glad we brought that in, because that seems like it's going to be good in this matchup. We can attack with both, right? What's their best block? Apprentice on Rimrock Knight, Corridor Monitor on Youthful Knight. I think that's their best. Certainly if they block Corridor Monitor on Rimrock Knight, we're fine. And if they block nothing, it's even better. Yeah, that was good. So let's do this. And we get 1 damage in. Nice. Yeah, maybe just playing Red Cap was better there, but this trims down what they have on board. So that might be good too. Now they could counters something. So I'm going to play Raging Red Cap. They're holding all this up. I don't want them to counter Archon of Absolution. They're thinking about something. If they just counter it, that's fine. Drown in the Lock. They could have countered Archon. Yeah. Idyllic Grange would have been so clutch to get that counter on Youthful Knight here. Because apparently they can't do anything. They're just mana screwed. Please don't counter my next play. Because my next play is Absolute. Can't play around it forever. There's nothing better to do here. Yes, great. They have other answers to it. They can tap it down, but at least that unlocks Fling. Gain some life, all right. True Love's Kiss for... They can't even attack with Rankle here. Yeah, this is not great for them. We haven't done any damage to them, and the blue-black deck is going to have the late game, but we're still in it. So how do we play this? I want to wait for Paladin to be a 5-2. Certainly we can attack with the Archon. And double Youthful Knights are good on defense. It's 4 first strike damage. So I'll just play one of those. Holding up True Love's Kiss doesn't make any sense. Into the unknown. I really wouldn't want to be hit by the discard 2. And they don't really get to attack us for a while. So let's go Youthful Knight here. Trying to think of what color is best to hold up, but it doesn't matter too much. 3 mana, what could we possibly do? Epic Downfall. Exile target creature with converted mana cost 3 or greater. Why don't we fling it at Lost Legion? Then we'll have an attack with Paladin if we draw red. And it doesn't exile for what that's worth, which is very little. No. Just pass it. Just pass it. It's a 2 for 2, but whatever. Just pass it. Another Lost Legion, huh? Yeah, these Youthful Knights. We took out all the ways to make our Youthful Knights better. But that's okay. Now we have all of our Youthful Knights. Youthful. Signpost Scarecrow. We have a target for True Love's Kiss. Maybe we should shield break that one, just to get another creature in play and save True Love's Kiss for the real enemy. In fact, I'm going to hold back this Plains. Yeah, we can't do anything here. Oh, that's not good. I should bring in at least one of those wide pump spells. Squire. Squire's good here. It's not perfect. It doesn't solve all of our problems. I see saving it. Or attacking with 1 Youthful Knight. What's the worst that could happen? Yeah, this is fine. They block there. They block with both. I'll try to go for the Lost Legion for a number of reasons. One, they won't kill it. Unless they have some kind of balance. I'm sure they have something here. It's not the end of the world if they 2-for-1 me with something. I mean, it sucks, but... yeah, another Drown in the Loch. Better on that than something else, right? 2 Drown in the Lochs. Their deck is really good. Epic Downfall, Rankle. Really good deck. I assume they just have a lot of reactive spells, and since they're doing better on board, they're not using them. Bacon to Pie, stuff like that. Hopefully not too much more actual counter magic. Dwarven Mine, really? I'm going to save it. This game is going to be so long, regardless. Here's Rankle. Banner. All right. I'm convinced. Time to kiss that banner. They might counter this, but that's not the end of the world. The banner's not doing too much for them. It just draws us a Plains. Kyra. Good deal. Counter unless we pay 3. Whatever. There's no counter unless we pay 1, so I think we're safe enough to do this. And what is it? You may play that card this turn. So I'm going to play Plains here and pass. And now we can attack with these Youthful Knights with Kyra. It trades with one of their creatures if they double block, but yeah, we can only attack with one at a time to trade off. Oh, don't kill Kyra. They're going to tap it down here. We don't have a good way of untapping it, while True Love's Kiss would have been away. Yeah, it looks like Kyra's down for the count. Merriment? Yes! Can we do it? All right, please no answers to Merriment. They might just not have a way to deal with it. They just don't have a way. This is getting ridiculous. I think we play Dwarven Mine this turn. Pretty soon we're just going to have to go nuts anyway. Yeah, 1-1-1 is probably worse than the chance of getting this out next turn and trading it with something. Uh-oh. Well, there's Rankle. Haste. They don't really want us to sacrifice a creature. Maybe they want us to discard a card. Maybe they want... Honestly, they probably want to do nothing. I'd be happy to draw a card here, too. Give me that 3-1 trample. Yeah, discard a card. And draw a card. There's the mountain. Thanks, Rankle. Right when we needed it. All right, 1-2 that does 1 damage to a thing. So we're going to put that right on Tempting Witch here. And we're going to play a 5-2. And just attack with everything. So I will just attack with everything. They're going to block Emberth Paladin with Lost Legion and this Rogue with the Tempting Witch and take 6. Alternatively, we could hold back the Rogue. Yeah, let's hold back the Rogue. I don't want them to have that free block. Oh, shoot. Of course we should have attacked with that. Oh, no. Oh, dear. Oh, 3 drown in the locks. Yeah, we should have attacked with the Rogue. That was a big mistake. I was thinking they had a free block that would kill it, but they didn't. So I really screwed that up. Drown in the lock. I mean, unlucky for them that they didn't get Outlaw's Merriment, but take 5 here. Each player discards a card and draws, please. That's nuts. They probably drew Drown in the Lock off of Rankle. Don't need any of these planes here. Just each player discards a card. Well, that's fair enough. And they discard Swamp. Now what? Bog Naughty. So they've got 6 damage coming in here. 1 damage to any target. That's going to be Bog Naughty, I guess. Swing with Youthful Knight. Oh, this is so over. Did I misplay it? I think I played this pretty well. But they certainly have a lot of good stuff. 3 Drown in the Locks, Rankle, Fabled Passage, Epic Downfall. This is what we've seen so far. They might want me to discard, but yeah, they're just doing nothing with it. Often that's smart. Just it's a 3/3 flying haste. What more do you want? Corridor Monitor, Apprentice, Tempting Witch. Yeah, it's a good deck they have. Maybe on the play with a good draw into Merriment, we can get them. 3 Drown in the Locks, though. We have to be really careful with our Merriment. Or maybe it's impossible to be careful. Let's Get ready to see the Lochmere Serpent. Cauldron's Gift with Adamant. They do have a Reaper of Night. I think they might want to get... Oh, they're getting Reaper of Night. Great. 2-1 lifelink. Sweet. Let's concede this game. Let's... Well, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, even if they didn't block, we would still lose. So we have that to look forward to. Great. Yeah, the rituals would have been good this game, as it turns out, but the cards I put in were also good. I'll take out the unicorn. And put in a ritual. I think that makes sense. Got Silverflame Squire, Silverflame Ritual. Bargain might be on the weaker side. Oh no. This hand could be okay. We can discard Burning Yard Trainer. Or True Love's Kiss for that matter. With our merchant to try to get our second land. We've got to be kind of greedy here. It's instant, which is nice. What to discard? Discard a card with Haggle's ability. Yes. Sorry, True Love's Kiss. Come on, land. Oh, no. Oh, no. Well, sometimes you don't get what you need. How many more turns of this do we have to live through? Lost Legion is just so unbeatable when you're stuck on one land. There we go. There's something. Turn 4. Yeah, I can't resist a one-lander with a cantrip. It's not within my power. There's Ayara. Should we just kill Ayara? I mean, it drains us, right? Each opponent loses a life and you gain a life. Yeah, no thank you. We're not completely out of this. We've been drawing well since that first hiccup. We've got Shield Breaker to deal with one thing, True Love's Kiss. I think getting rid of that's reasonable. Hope to draw well, hope we don't need it. Go red cap next. Hopefully we draw land here. We go red cap Battle Display, depending on what they have. 5 mana. That doesn't seem great. Cauldron's Gift to get, I'm assuming, Ayara back, and it's a 3/4. When it or another, yeah, this is not great. Does it come back as an artifact creature? I wish. We can't use that on defense, so I think we just go red cap here and pretend that we can race them. Cauldron's Gift is a lot better in a deck where your creature quality is so good. Now they're going to hold up a bounce spell or one of their 50 Drown in the Locks. Or just play Bognaughty. We're at 10. They are at 300. This is our one chance to resolve something. If we attack with both and then lay down Archon, that might be our best bet. I think we can attack with Raging Redcap here. That's the better one with Barge in. They block with Lost Legion. They might block... No, I don't think they'd block with both. That'd be kind of crazy. Realizing that there's any number of +2/+2 tricks. They'll take it, so we'll play Archon. And they can't kill Archon yet. We haven't seen Bacon to Pie. We saw 3 drown in the locks, but we're not quite down to that few cards. All they really need is a food. Then they can kill it. If they play the Witch and then... Oh, Epic Downfall. Yeah, they can kill it. Yep, no problem. Yeah, it's not looking good here. So let's go down to 2 and draw Embercleave, Time Walk. Or Balance or something. I don't know. None of that actually works. But hey, Double Strike's pretty good. This is probably as much damage as we can get in here. And they can... Well, they can kill Youthful Knight here. They're like, do I lose? No, I'm at 17 life. But we'll get them under 10. Then Redemption in match 3. Yeah, they did have Drown in the Lock. They have just a lot of Drown in the Locks, and so tiny. Oh, we don't get them below 10. Never mind. Cool. See you in the next match. Round 3. This is for all or nothing, or some or nothing. And we'll play first. Yeah, let's keep it. We can play some cards, which is nice, unlike part of Game 3 last round. Youthful Knights. The Unicorn will be good. If we can get that 3rd land, please. Oh no. I said we could play some cards, but I guess just 1. The 16 lands, I mean... It can come to bite you like this. You'd rather be able to play some stuff than nothing. Fortunately, we can do something now. And that's going to be Red Cap. Yeah, Red Cap, the damage potential of this is pretty high, and it beats Sorcerer's Broom. Esper. 3-color decks are not all that common, but if you were 2 colors with a couple golden eggs and you drew a... or you found some bomb in a 3rd color, you'd be like, yeah, sure, why not? So we don't know what... I guess at this point we're pretty sure white is one of their primary colors. Yeah, we can attack here. They could double block the Red Cap to try to trade with it, or just take it all, and you can't blame them for doing that. Merchant versus Unicorn. Let's go Merchant here. Yeah, they could gain 3 life. Maybe they need the golden egg for something else, or to use it for the broom. Ooh, Steelgaze Griffin. I think we're still okay to just attack here, supported by Bargain. Bargain's really nice. So let's come in. And you figure they've got a block at this point. Block there. Block there. So those will trade, and then we want to save our Red Cap here. Get some trample damage with it. And yeah, play the Dwarven Mine. It would have been better as a mountain here for sure. We haven't gotten a 1/1 out of it yet this tournament. Trapped in the Tower. Oh, please. We don't have any, but the creature that would give it flying and +2/+1, that would be a swingy card. Kyra's here. Can't do much, but we can attack with Youthful Knight and play a Rider in Need. A rider in need is a rider indeed. Uh-oh. No! Moonlit Scavengers. Great. That one's going to be tough to beat. Even Slaying Fire can't slay that one. And it's a 5/6 for some reason? What happened here? Ah, Idyllic Grange. Ouch. We need to do 2 damage to them somehow. And I don't know how. Probably get Kyra out eventually. Oh no, it's going to be more since they have Golden Egg. Yeah, Kyra's going to go a long way, but Moonlit Scavengers is a pain here. If they start attacking with it, that's even worse, and they just have trapped in the towers to spare. Yeah, we can't mess around with that too much. Trainer. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, they should be able to survive here. They go to 9, and they make a broom. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's not enough. So, we need a chump blocker for the scavengers. Just attack with 4. Trying to see how this might possibly work. Could do haste next turn with the Burning Yard Trainer. So maybe Kyra's better. I don't see a way to win this, so I'm just going to play Kyra and not attack with anything. We need Youthful Knight to chump Scavengers, and then Kyra can block anything else and potentially start killing it. Ritual will be good this turn too. Scavengers comes in, chump that. Don't do anything. Ooh, Prized Griffin, another impossible one to beat here. Well, what can we do? Trainer, we can pump that up. They've got 9. We could put in Trainer. That's 9 total. I don't see a way to do this so much. Go Grange, put that on Kyra. I think we need to hold Kyra back and then have another chump blocker. And then maybe we can survive a little bit longer. Dizzying Swoop here. 8, that is definitely enough to kill us. Yeah. We could kill Sorcerer's Broom, but they have enough in the air to kill us. Okay. Not the best start for us. We can do better. Fling is good in these matchups. Or something to give flying or whatever. The Ritual is also going to be good a lot of the time. What's worth taking out? Unicorn wasn't overly impressive. I'll just make this change and hopefully that'll be good enough. I do like a Fling. It gives the deck a new dimension, an unexpected route to victory that is hard to play around. Even if it is a bit, I don't know, less than value oriented. Cool. Killing that golden egg doesn't seem great to me. Actually, it seems fine. It seems fine. It is not great, but it is 3 damage to them pretty much for free. Oh, now, yeah. Now I see why I didn't want to do that. But we can do this. That gets him pretty low. And then if we draw any land, we're going to go nuts this turn. Let's see, if they lock down Paladin, that's not great. Any land would have been good. We could just go nuts with Silver Flame Ritual. Why don't we just do that? Then we can attack with everything. No problem. Yeah, now they literally have to double block the Paladin to get anywhere. Or take 9. Unless they have some other tricks, which they may. Outflank would be good here. They have something. They've got something. Return that card to their hand. Okay. Come on. Okay, trapped in the tower. That's where Fling is going to come in handy. Now, if we can just sear this monitor, we're in such good shape. That'll work too. Put 4 damage on the monitor. And swing for 6. Irresistible damage. They're at 4. Broom is back. They could play Flock. They've got all that glitters. That's 1,000,000 damage. Pretty good. But let's see how they stand up to this. They block 1 on each or something. And we get Searing Barrage on this, so the first strike damage will kill it. Please no outflank. I should have waited until first strike damage to play around outflank. Yes, okay. This wouldn't have killed them, but it puts them pretty far behind. So that's nice. Good old 3 for 1. Now, since they have a couple of those, I think True Love's Kiss is definitely worth playing. And we took out Lonesome Unicorn for Fling, which also makes sense. Bargain is fine. Take out a ritual? Yeah, we gotta take something out. So I'll take out a ritual. We've still got 1 ritual. And the rest I like. Maybe Burning Yard Trainer's on the weaker side. Keep it. Not amazing, but good enough, I would say. Oh, that makes it a lot better. Maybe I should have played red there. Nah, almost no matter what, I'm going to play this Youthful Knight, so it's not a big deal. Drawing well feels good. They've got +2/+2 and untap, so no thanks. They've still got it, but I can definitely beat it this time now that I have my mana up. Outflank. Or that's what they had. That also makes sense. Let's go ahead and untap it here, unless they have another outflank. Cool. They're not swinging again, so that was their one trick. Feels good. Unless they're trying to bait me into this attack. Nope. Everything's on the level here. Just play a 3-2. Actually, a 2-3 would have been better by all rights, but I can always just Scorch the Broom so they don't get another one of those. Huh. Well, let's go ahead and attack with the Youthful Knight. All kinds of knights here. Yeah, that's a that's a really tough block to make. We've already used one of our pumps. They're like, why would you attack with one but not both? And I don't know, good question. Play merchant here. If I really wanted the land, I could have haggled first. It's not the end of the world if we miss it. Oh no. 5 is tough to deal with. Land is good though. What can we do here? They can return it to their hand. I think we still get to attack with Youthful Knight. Yeah, let's attack with Youthful Knight. Oh, they're both blocking. I definitely want to kill the big one. I don't think I have to stop on my turn for damage, but it's safe enough to do it. So let's Scorch. Well, let's let the damage go through first. First strike damage. Scorch it. And then second main play, Silver Flame Squire. Sucked to do it that way, but dealing with a 4/5 flyer is a big priority. And they might have made a bad block or no block. So all of that together makes it decent. Now what? Now they're happy enough to trade off Sorcerer's Broom somewhere. I might not want to let them do that, but I'm happy enough trading off Silver Flame Squire. What are they going to tap all our creatures or something? They're tapping a couple of them. Come in with the Squire. They'll probably trade off here. And that's not something the ritual would have prevented. And they don't have much left. I think that's what I'm counting on. Let's go Archon. Protection from white. Protection from your Tactician, and you're trapped in the towers, and whatever else you have. But not protection from this Griffin. The ritual makes it a lot better, which is nice. Ooh, Shine Chaser. Protection from Shine Chaser, even. Paladin. I could just cast the ritual now, but we have so many creatures. I don't want to do that. Play some of these creatures first. Let's start by attacking with Merchant. How does this go wrong? This doesn't go too wrong. This is fine. They could double block it, and we kill the blue one. Oh, we could have done even better than that. But yeah, this creature's better anyway. So keep the Slaying Fire to kill them. Yeah. We could have, yeah, used Slaying Fire on Tactician to save our Merchant, but now we have a Slaying Fire instead of a Merchant. A job well done. There's no way to deploy as much as I want. The good news is we can just attack them with Archon turn after turn. And they agree. So there's our tournament, 2-1. We lost against a pretty powerful deck, as you may have seen. But all in all, we got to show off the Merriment and Archon and so forth. Thanks for watching. Good luck in your drafts.